The offense was stellar, the bullpen faltered, and Kershaw was the stopper.
Stay right here.
Hey everybody, welcome to Lad Talk. We're glad to see you back here. Mason, how's it going?
I'm good. Dodgers aren't. They have not been the team that we've seen late. They're like the team we saw in the beginning, where it's hit and miss. Terrible way to end a couple games. We'll just say that.
But the offense looked really nice in this series.
Yes, they did.
Unfortunately, the bullpen couldn't get the job done.
No, they couldn't.
The pitching staff didn't go deep enough.
No.
Except for one guy.
Except for one guy. We'll get into that.
So the first game, the Reds won on a walk-off. It was 9-8. It was looking good there for a little while.
Yeah, Freddie had a grand slam. And then it was the same, I think even in the third game, we didn't score any runs after the fifth inning. Last year, or the year before, last year when we won 111 games, we had, I think that we were the team that scored almost, if not the most runs after like the seventh inning, late inning game.
So that first game, Tony Gonsolin went for the Dodgers, went 5 innings, gave up 4 runs on 5 hits, allowed 3 walks.
Yeah, not his A stuff. But, I mean, he still put you up to win a ball game. They should have.
And when he came out of the ball game, the Dodgers had the lead. The bullpen allowing 9 hits, 5 runs, 4 walks was the real kicker there. 3 of those by Ferguson over the last 3 and a third innings. Ferguson with his first blown save of the season, he just wasn't himself in this one.
Yeah, and he's been, out of all the guys that have been taxed in the bullpen, every time he comes in, he seems like he's going to stop the damage, and he just couldn't do it today.
J.D. Martinez had that home run. He went 1 for 3, just dingers.
Good for him.
Freddie Freeman with the grand slam. He drove in 4. 6 runs driven in by those 2 guys alone.
Yeah.
And then on the Red side, you had Luke Weaver. The bullpen was nice. They gave up 1 run on 2 hits over 5 and a third. Jake Fraley went 2 for 5 with an RBI. Matt McClain, who's their new star, it seems like. Seems to hit everything. He had 3 hits and 6 at-bats. Hit the walk-off. And then they had their new guy, De La Cruz, who was the new talk of baseball. He went 1 for 3 in his debut. Hits the ball very hard.
Yeah, he does.
So, Dodgers not getting it done in that one. Bullpen couldn't hold it. They lost 9-8.
Not good.
Moving on to the second game, Noah Syndergaard.
You called me up. So we go up, I think it was like 2-0 after the first inning, and then all of a sudden he gives up the lead, and then you called me immediately and said, just get rid of him. And you're so mad.
Let him go. So Syndergaard allowing 6 runs, 7 hits, allowed 2 home runs in 3 innings. You get off to the early lead, and then you just blow the lead. It deflates the offense. It's not conducive to a win.
And they still were able to put up some runs for him, and these just couldn't hold the lead.
Mookie Betts with the leadoff home run, get you going. Will Smith went 2 for 4. He hit a home run. Miguel Vargas gave him the lead in the second with his home run.
Yes.
He ended up with 2 RBIs in this one, but no hits after the third inning.
And we talked about it before, and I don't know why, but for some reason all 3 games couldn't score after the third. It's good you're putting up early runs, but you got to be able to get at least a crooked number here in the later innings. You got to be able to do something else.
Syndergaard gave up the lead twice in those 3 innings, allowed 4 stolen bases. It seemed like as soon as someone got on, they were in scoring position right away.
Yeah, they're a quick team, but the Dodgers, Syndergaard himself, are just terrible, from the rubber to the plate. They just cannot get the ball there.
On the Red side, you had Williamson. He got the no decision. He went 5 2/3, allowing 8 hits, 6 runs, 3 home runs the Dodgers hit off of him.
Yeah.
Still not able to get the job done there. Matt McClain, 2 for 4 in this one. De La Cruz hit his first career home run. He's going to be a fun guy to watch in Cincinnati.
Yeah, he's scary because he's big, throws the ball hard, fast, and he hits for power. Is there any relation to Cruz from the Pirates?
No.
Because I could have sworn they're brothers or
Cruz, De La Cruz.
Okay,
A little bit of a difference there.
Fooled me.
Tyler Stevenson went 1-4 with the home run. Will Benson, their leadoff hitter, hit a walk-off home run in the 9th off of Evan Phillips for the loss there. Tough game to watch.
Yeah, it was. You obviously don't want the back and forth, but I mean, if you're going to have a back and forth game and you win, then it's a good game. But the fact that it was a back and forth game and then you lose it on the second day in a row on a walk-off, that's a terrible game. Ends up being a terrible game.
So the Dodgers losing 4 straight, first time on the season in this one. They lost 3 in a row against Arizona to start the year, and then got swept by the Pirates. Again, those are games you have to win. These are games you have to win, and they just didn't get it done. Dropped into second place behind the D-backs, who were playing the Nationals. So the D-backs winning the games they're supposed to win. Dodgers not getting it done.
Yeah, they're not. And I was kind of looking at the Arizona stats and their roster, and I mean they don't have a lot of guys that are hitting for high average. They're just getting timely hitting, which we're not. So I mean that's the difference. We might have more home runs. We might have Freeman who's hitting almost 400 at this point. It seems like, but yeah, we're not getting the hits when we need them. Arizona is. And that's why they're a game and a half ahead now.
In the final game, you had the stopper.
Yes.
Clayton Kershaw, the old stopper.
He's the man, man. He's the man, man.
He's the man, man.
He's the man, man. I don't know what else to say. He just knows what to do, when to do it, when it seems like we need him to step up and we need to get a win. He's the guy. He knows what to do.
Kershaw winning his 8th of the year. He went 7 innings pitched, gave up no runs on 5 hits, struck out 9.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the second time this season he's almost gotten the Jumbo Jack fours on his own.
That's a magic number.
And I think you've asked me this before. Is he going to be able to get it on his own? And I said no, and I was right.
He ended up right at 9, matching his season high there.
Yep.
Taylor Scott came out of the bullpen, making his second appearance for the Dodgers this year. He went 2 innings, allowing just 1 hit. He looked nice.
Yeah, he did really well.
We're going to need guys like that to step up all season long.
Yes.
Freddie Freeman went 2 for 2 in this one, walked twice, drove in 2. Nice game there for Freddie.
Yeah, good for Fred.
David Peralta went 4 for 5 in this one. He's been really hot, hitting over 300 since the start of May.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, him, Hayward, and you would hope it'd be Syndergaard, but not just these one-year pickups that are kind of under the radar. It doesn't get you the flashy, 10-year deal, but you know what? He's going to come in, and he's a ball player. He's going to be able to get you some hits, and he has been nice to have.
Chris Taylor hitting the long ball. He went 2 for 5 with a home run. Dodgers nice with runners in scoring position in this one. They went 4 for 8. A much better job by the Dodgers in this one. Graham Ashcraft in this one got the loss. He's now 3 and 5 on the season. He went 2 2/3, allowing 3 runs on 3 hits. Got hit with a comebacker off the bat of Austin Barnes, so maybe an early exit there for Ashcraft. But he ended up with the loss there. Matt McClain, another 2-hit ball game for him. He's been outstanding for the Reds.
Yes, he has.
De La Cruz came back to earth a little bit in this one. Clayton Kershaw showed him what's what.
Yep.
3 strikeouts in this one for De La Cruz.
And if I'm correct, it was his first time actually hitting from the right side in the pros. So, I mean,
you're not wrong.
He's not as good from the right side, or he's facing Kershaw. Or both. So, either way, credit to Kershaw.
Dodgers there with the shutout against the Reds, winning 6-0. Kershaw with his highest strikeout rate since 2015. That's at 30%.
Nice.
On the flip side, his walk rate is also the highest since 2012. He's at 6.1% there. But his last 2 starts, he's really bounced back, and we're going to need him to be that pitcher in the stretch.
Well, I mean, what would you rather have? Low strikeout, low walks, or high strikeout, a little bit higher walk ratio? I mean, in my opinion, even though he did give up some walks, he's still striking guys out. He's still going to be able to get you a win, it seems like, every time he goes out, or at least a no decision, but I'm happy.
And with the 5-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio there, you can live with that.
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, would you rather have it be like 3-1 or 5-1? Sign me up. 5-1. I'll take 5-1. Yeah.
So the Dodgers heading to Philadelphia, city of brotherly love.
Yeah, right. That's a lie. No way.
So the Dodgers enter this one 36-27. Phillies 2 games under 500 at 30-32. Friday's ball game starts at 4:05. It'll be Michael Grove going up against Ranger Suarez.
Okay.
Grove is 0-2 with an 8.14 ERA. Did okay against the Yankees.
Yeah.
Just made a couple of mistakes there.
Yeah, I mean, like we talked about in the previous video, it seemed like he was sharp, but unfortunately he just gave up 2 really bad pitches that ended up being home runs to the same guy. So yeah, I mean, if he can keep that ball down, he should have a really good chance at getting a W.
Freddie has seen Suarez 10 times. He's got 4 hits in those 10 at-bats, 2 runs driven in. Miguel Rojas, 16 at-bats. He's hitting .313 with 2 runs driven in. Mookie Betts has seen him 6 times. He's got 3 hits. 2 of those hits.
Home run?
Home runs.
Okay. Well, he's batting .500 and hitting the long ball, so that's good. Driving the ball.
Phillies have not really seen Michael Grove. They've got Garrett Stubbs as 1-for-1. The only Philly with a hit against Grove.
Okay. Well, I mean, that can go either way. I think it's harder for a batter to not see a pitcher because, I mean, they're both going to be able to see, film and be able to watch each other, but I think it's obviously harder on the batter. The pitcher's always going to have the advantage. So, I mean, I don't want to say it's almost a toss-up, but at the same time, you're hoping for the best. Hopefully don't expect the worst.
Moving on to Saturday's game, it'll be an earlier start at 1:05. It'll be Bobby Miller.
Oh, I like him.
We like Bobby Miller on the mound. Bobby Miller going up against Aaron Nola, Louisiana boy.
Is it Miller time?
It's Miller time.
Sorry, I cut you off. Nola, well, he hasn't really been the kind of pitcher that you expect. He's still obviously their ace, but he hasn't been lights out like he has been. What's going on?
I think it might have to do with going deep into the postseason. That can wear on a pitcher.
Sure.
Usually after a long postseason run, pitchers kind of regress a little bit. It takes them a little time to get going again.
Yeah.
Get that arm in the right shape to go deep in the ball games. He's been better over his last few starts, but hopefully not so much here against the Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with him being 5-4 with a 4.3 ERA. Let's knock it a little bit higher. Let's do that.
Lifetime against Aaron Nola, you got Mookie Betts, 16 at-bats. He's hitting .313 with a couple of home runs there. Freddie Freeman has seen him a lot, 69 at-bats.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. He's hitting .232, 2 home runs, 12 runs driven in there. Miguel Rojas has seen him a lot, former National League East player there. 33 at-bats, he's hitting .303, a lot of threes.
That's good. Hopefully it's good.
Three's a lucky number.
Yeah.
On the Phillies side, they have not seen Bobby Miller. They're about to see him.
Yeah, and he's 2-0 with a 1.06 ERA. That's insane. I mean, for being a rookie pitcher, obviously, kind of like I was talking about, it kind of goes both ways. You don't see a batter a lot. They could have a really good start, kind of like Outman's been having this year. Conversely, if you haven't seen a pitcher a lot, the hitters could have a really bad time hitting against him. So hopefully he keeps it up.
Nola, last time against the Dodgers, went 6 1/3. He allowed 4 runs on 7 hits. Dodgers saw him okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully we see him really well on this one.
Yep, let's hope so. Last time was in LA, so it's a little bit different here on the East Coast, but they have a really good fan base that likes to, go to the stadium. Definitely likes to be there, so it's going to be loud. I know that.
Miguel Rojas likely to return in Friday's game. He's had some neck spasms.
Oh, that sucks.
Neck spasms.
Spasmus. Hopefully come back strong. I mean, lately he's been, he hasn't had the average as high as you want, but he's been hitting the ball.
Yeah.
Whether it's right at guys or squeaking through, but he's been hitting the ball, so I'm happy to see him finally climb up a little bit. His average is finally climbing up a little bit.
Sunday's game would be a real early start, 10:35 Pacific time. Starter still to be determined. It won't be Syndergaard. He's gone on the IL with a blister.
Could it be a remainder of the season IL? Let's hope.
It might be one of those things where, you want to give him a little time to get stuff figured out. He's got a blister.
Yeah.
He might actually have a blister. I don't think that's any excuse for how he's pitched, but
no. I mean,
he comes back strong.
You would hope so, but like we've talked about, I don't think it's something that he could just figure out after a week or two. It's something that I think he needs to go down to the minor league and work with their pitching staff really, really close. And you know what? If you're used to pitching against the pros and they're knocking you around, going down, hopefully you can get some confidence by throwing, your, I want to say fastball by these, minor league guys, but being able to pitch around them, get them to chase a little bit, helps you get your confidence up and helps you get your pitches straight. I think it's just definitely going to benefit him, and I think that's what he needs to do.
On the bright note, that starter in Sunday's game could be Julio. They think he might be back by Sunday.
Yay, that's good. Honestly, it feels like forever, even though it's been maybe 2, not even 3 weeks, but it feels like forever. We need him back for sure. So it'll be good.
Going for the Phillies, it'll be Taijuan Walker.
Yeah, and I think we roughed him up last time pretty well.
That's right. Last time against the Dodgers, came on May 1st. He went 3 1/3, allowed 8 runs on 8 hits, 3 home runs in the loss there for Taijuan.
That sucks, but good for the Dodgers. Hopefully we can knock him around a little bit more.
Dodgers side, Mookie Betts, 13 at-bats lifetime against Walker. He's hitting .462. JD, Just Dingers, is hitting .583 and 12 at-bats with a home run. Will Smith has seen him well in 11 at-bats, hitting .364, 2
Nice.
home runs off of Taiwan Walker.
Nice. Like we said, hopefully they can just come into Philly on Game 3. Obviously the 2 games before that, but Game 3 and just rough Walker around a little bit.
So looking for a good series here against the Phillies. They've had a tough year, but a good offense there.
Yep.
Hopefully the pitching can hold it down and the offense stays hot in this one.
Yeah, they're going to need to. Like you said, they have a really good lineup, even though the record doesn't necessarily show it right now. But yeah, they could be tough. They could have a good series at any point.
So that'll do it here for us in this episode. Guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We would really appreciate it. As always, let's go Dodgers.
Adios.
Cool.